If you are a boring, nice man, do not date. And don't let a woman find out that you're willing to spend money. Okay, don't date. You're boring, you're nice, and you're not shy with the credit card. You're gonna get used.
Hey, this is Raulh. Please act right. When I was younger, nobody warned me about this, and I was a sucker. Hell, I didn't know any better. This young lady's about to tell you a story that will make you believe 100% that nice guys get used. Before we get started, I'd like to give a special thanks to MLR and Tim Bright for your generous contribution once again on Cash App. Please know that you are greatly appreciated. And here's a 30-second word from our sponsor. Check this out. Studies show our appearances directly affect our mental health. Many anti-aging supplements found on store shelves try to capitalize on that, but most of them, they fall short. This is because they fail at targeting the root of the problem. That's why I highly recommend Health Act Right. As we get older, our skin needs more help with producing collagen. And I'm right around the corner from 60 years old, so trust me, I know. This collagen quickly restores youthfulness in your skin. It helps combat wrinkles and does so better than anything else I've ever used. And I've tried quite a few. Imagine how good your skin could look this summer using it. It also helps with joint health. If you've been looking for a great way to look and feel your best, you'll love Health Act Right. Get up to 51% off for the next 24 hours by going on to healthactright.com or by visiting the link down below. Grab a bag right now. Come on, y'all. Let's get healthy. For all you young fellas out there, keep your money in your pocket. And don't volunteer to do anything for these women unless you're married to her. This happens to guys every single day because they just don't know any better. Check it out.
What is the most awful thing a man has ever done to me post-breakup, but also the most romantic? I'm about to tell you. I dated this man for a year, 9 years ago, and still to this day, he is the best boyfriend I have ever had. Hands down. The hold that this man had on me, like, I really until recently would have dropped everything to be with this man again.
She dated him for 1 year and she's been regretting it for the last 9 years since they've been broken up. Because that hold on her that she's talking about, that was the way he treated her. No other man has treated her the same way since. Now she's wishing she had him back because she was taken for granted back then. Now keep this part in mind that she just said. Until recently, I would have dropped everything to be with him.
He was one of the most romantic, thoughtful, sweet, like all of the above boyfriends I think I've ever met in my life. On his days off, if I was working, he would come to my work, grab my car, like wash it, clean it, fill up the tank, and then bring it back. He was always just doing like the most grandiose romantic gestures, like leaving notes for me, writing letters to me, giving thoughtful gifts, the absolute most, like just worshipped the ground I walked on.
Fellas, you're taking a serious chance when you're doing this much for a woman. Unless you've been with her for a long time and she has proven that she wants you no matter what. Not all women, but most women, especially if she's young. If you've only known her for a short period of time and you do this much for her, chances are she'll take everything that you do for her. And she'll take it for granted.
And I am being 100% honest when I say I totally took it for granted. I have no idea why this man stayed with me or loved me so much, because I was terrible to him and like just thought it was a given that a man does these things. Like,
if she's being terrible to you and you're doing good deeds for her, she doesn't like you. Let her go and keep it moving.
Now I'm like, are you dumb, Camille? Yes, I am. I'm stupid. One of the most thoughtful gifts he gave me for my birthday one year, well, I guess we were only together 1 year, so it's 1 year. Anyways, the most thoughtful gift he ever gave me was like an Eiffel Tower themed gift. The reason this is important is because I have collected Eiffel Towers like my entire life. I know it sounds so cheesy and corny and like, don't come for me, it's cheesy as hell, but I swear there's like a reason. It's not just because I'm corny, I swear to God. Anyways, he gets me this gift. It's so sweet. I like basically cry when he gives it to me. Like, honestly, the most thoughtful gift I've ever gotten. We break up like 6 or 7 months later. The breakup was absolute hell. Like, we were so tumultuous. We kept trying to get back together. We kept hooking up. Like, it was just like, it was first love type where it was just like extra toxic, and we were just both so heartbroken and like really wanted each other back but couldn't figure out how to make it work.
He said we were extra toxic and they couldn't figure out how to make it work. So this man was washing your car, filling it with gas, buying her gifts, and worshiping the ground she walks on, but they couldn't figure out how to make it work. It sounds to me like he was doing everything a woman says she wants. So why didn't it work out? Do you think maybe it was her that was the problem?
We went like a good 6 months doing that, and then the following 6 months we just didn't really talk or like communicate. We were trying to be healthy.
You mean he didn't want to talk to you for 6 months because he didn't want to be bothered with you anymore, because he figured out you were ungrateful and treating him like garbage even after everything he was doing for you, like you just admitted in this video.
So a year after we break up, this is around the time the Explore page on Instagram becomes a thing. I'm on the Explore page and I see this man, the love of my life, with a half sleeve tattoo, like half of his arm covered in an Eiffel Tower with Mazzy Star lyrics right next to the Eiffel Tower. I text him, I'm like, oh, this is my in. Like, I can get him back. He still loves me. He told me the tattoo didn't represent me.
Now remember earlier when she said, until recently, I would have dropped everything to be with him? Because she realizes he doesn't want her anymore. Now all of a sudden, she doesn't want him anymore because he doesn't want her anymore. See how some of them do you? Love with conditions. She said he was the love of her life for the whole 9 years they were broken up. I still want you, but I don't want you. Then I don't want you either. So like I said earlier, for you guys out there that's still dating, don't be out here doing extra. You're gonna mess around and end up getting played. Save all your extra doing for the woman that you've been with for a long time that has stood the test of time, or for your wife. Now for this last clip, even a guy who's a UFC fighter, she still finds a way to blow off a good guy. This young lady is a fighter herself, and she's dating a guy who is a fighter also. He does one thing she doesn't like, and she instantly loses interest in him. Take a listen.
So he was a great boyfriend, but we went out of country. We fought on the same card. He fought the day before me. I fought the next day. During the fight, he almost gets knocked out. As this guy is mauling him, he goes like this. What do you think I was thinking?
Not good thoughts.
The boyfriend.
That your
My
boyfriend was-
like this.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
No.
Did it turn you off?
Oh my God, so much. Like, you gotta fucking, like, take that shit.
Take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you know, like a champ or like a fighter.
Right.
Yeah, you can't be like,
Wow.
that was, ugh. Sorry.
Was that the
And he
beginning of the end?
Yeah.
That was
And he
tap,
was a
tap,
great
tap. First couple of
boyfriend. He
nails.
was great.
Tap, 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 tap.
Yes, it was.
Tap, tap, tap.
It was.
Maybe sometimes it's like that's the problem. It's like the balance. The ones who are not going to be great boyfriends are the ones that are going to turn you on because
Yeah.
they're ruthless.
Yeah.
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 Once again, some of these women will like you or love you with condition. Do some of you ladies know how much crazy we put up with some of you all, and we still stick around? You know, like the toilet seat thing? Come on, some of you all know you are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when it comes down to that toilet seat. And most men don't want to tell you, but I'll tell you, we think you're crazy. But we still stick around. Even though he was in a daze and about to pass out, she didn't like the way he guarded his face to try to recover and stay in the fight. There is a slim chance that her boyfriend didn't even know what he was doing. You ever seen a guy get knocked out or almost knocked out and he still thinks he's fighting? Now, if it was that easy for her to let him go over something like that, she wasn't really into him in the first place. Here's what I want to know. What if he fought like a champ for years? Then, after they got married, he had a fight where he put up his arms like that after being almost knocked out. Would she have divorced him? Or would she have just stayed with him and lost respect for him for the rest of their marriage? I seen guys get hit so hard sometimes they start wobbling in their legs, it look like they dancing. I seen some of the biggest guys get hit and go into the cradle position like a baby. So for her to dump him over that, come on, man. She wasn't really into him in the first place. Now for the ladies out there that's watching, don't get mad at me. As you can see, it's the women that's messing this up.
Now, for the ladies out there that's watching, don't get mad at me. As you can see, it's the women that's messing this up.
So like I said earlier, for the guys who are still dating, don't do anything extra for these women that you're dating until they prove themselves over the years that they're worthy of it. Otherwise, after you spent all your money, your time, and your effort, she'll trade you in for somebody else. And you won't be able to get any of your money, time, and effort back. Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these two videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead, Don't be scared.